Hello, everyone. It's me, Mr. Tom, and it's him, Sam Greenwood. How you doing, Sam?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Great to be here again. Great to be on this amazing show. Great to see you again.
I'm glad you called it an amazing show because it's very kind of you to say. But more importantly, what are we doing here today? Come up with the idea that obviously most people will or won't know. I don't know what people know. I don't know. Obviously, there has been a hiatus on this channel based solely on the fact that I did have a genuine, I don't want to say life-threatening because it's not necessarily true, but potentially dangerous, bad illness, whatever. Not really for me to say. But anyway, fact of the matter is, 98 days later, we're back and we're here and we're doing a new thing. Let's have a look who's in the thing. Oh my God, we've got Miss Melina. How you doing, Miss Melina?
Big up, Miss Melina.
Obviously, big up Miss Melina, the greatest Melina of the world.
Absolutely.
Allegedly.
The one and only. Allegedly. The one and only.
It's true. It's true. Good to see you both live then. Thank you, Melina, or Miss Melina. I feel really rude when I call her Melina, even though that is her name, but still. Because
her name.
It's like me, like when people call me Tom and not Mr. Tom. It's like, come on now. I went to Mr. Tom College.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think of Miss Melina as well. It's like Miss Melina. It's weird when I just call her Melina. It's like, oh, yeah. Is that right?
Yeah, it's like, nah, it doesn't feel right. But yeah, basically, I don't really want to do a weekly review of current wrestling because it's a lot of work, and that ended with me in the hospital.
Not a good way to develop your show by getting a stroke.
It's really not a sex act. I mean, I always can't help myself for saying that because people's minds will wander, and people will be like,
"There's a lot of dirty minds watching."
A lot of dirty minds, especially in our community.
In our community, there's a lot of dirty minds. Exactly.
Dirty minds.
It might have something to do with slags and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. They're perfectly within their rights, but still got to cover ourselves. So basically, as the title of the, because do you know how many times I've watched a review of something like internet review show? There's millions of them, but at the same time, they then do an intro skit where basically like it's like, but your video is titled Predator Review, so I know you're going to watch and review the movie for Predator. But then why are you pretending that you're going to watch Snow White? When I've clicked on it knowing you are going to review Predator.
Yeah, anyway, spoiler alert in the title.
We're watching WrestleMania, or WrestleMania 1, but obviously at the time, they just called it WrestleMania. The original one, just for the benefit of posterity, I believe it was 31st of March 1985 in Madison Square Garden. Looking a lot different to how it looks now. A lot less LEDs.
Yeah, I've got I've got it paused on 1 second on Netflix, and the first like picture they're showing from New York is with the Twin Towers, which no longer exist. So yeah, that's a bit of a hint.
It's a bit of an Easter egg, let's just say, for Twin Tower hunters.
Especially amongst the Twin Tower hunters.
Yeah. Just happened to find this because apparently someone on Minecraft built Madison Square Garden, the interior.
And I would bet a lot of money it's someone under the age of 20 with various mental disorders.
That is actually probably true. I don't know who made it. I probably should look at who made it, but to be fair to them, it does look quite accurate.
It looks great. Great job. It's a great job. Good. I mean,
great job.
Well done. Well done to whoever that person is.
As people may have noticed in the background, our background is basically the VHS cover. I never owned it.
VHS.
As a kid, it was one of the few wrestling VHSs that I didn't have.
Wow. I would have thought you had everything.
No. I only
Good
ever
old
actually
VHS.
first watched it when the WWE Network became a thing.
Yeah.
And, then I was like, let's have a look at what the first, because I expected it to be absolute tripe.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't saved any VHSs at all, but no VHSs. But I miss VHSs, the nostalgia of that, yeah.
Say hello to Mr. Anthony Herbert. How are you doing, sir?
Big up we ears.
It
The Tractor
must
Boy.
have come up. It must have come up when I was talking about putting something else up.
Yeah.
I would have seen it. Anyway, how you doing, Anthony? Don't know why I didn't call him Weirds, because that's what we all call him. I think it's probably safe to say I should probably press play or press play. It's getting unintentionally racist stuff in it.
Right, so you got it in 1 second.
I have now, because again, Twin Towers up. So are you ready to keep going?
So should we go? Should we count down together? 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, please.
3, 2, 1, play. There we go.
And the cameras are right up the wazoo of the Empire State Building, and it's like,
That's the best part of the Empire State Building is its wazoo.
I could be wrong, but I do believe at the time this intro actually played out to Phil Collins' Easy Lover. But WWE ain't paying for that, so we get generic as fuck music, pardon my language.
Yeah, definitely. It's
how you doing, 90? Good to see you.
Big up, 90. Yeah. Oh, Andre the Giant looking like he's looks like he's just had a wank.
Oh, one of the first celebrities of wrestling or WrestleMania, Cyndi Lauper's here. And obviously, Mr. T's going to be in the main event.
Yeah. I pity the
fool. How you doing, Miles Slag?
Taraxa, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, Muhammad Ali. Some guy with a mustache. Liberace.
I believe that is Billy Martin before Liberace. I believe he was like the New York Yankees manager, something like that. He's a celebrity in New York.
Yeah.
Like, I know he is going to be cheered.
So here we are, WrestleMania, Madison Square Garden.
At the time, they did used to. Oh, it's our boy Gorilla Monsoon.
Why are you in Denmark, Tarak? You sloppy slag, you. What are you doing in Denmark?
I'm good, thanks. Thought I'd get on at 8 p.m, then realised I'm in Denmark and we're an hour ahead. I did know he was in Denmark, to be fair, so it wasn't a surprise to me personally. But are you having fun in Bonbon Land? I believe that was the place you went.
Bonbon Land, oh yeah, that's just like a sweet place. Where they make all the sweets. Bonbon sweets. They're like these sweets they make.
All good. Thanks, chaps. Best match at WrestleMania. Off the top of my head, it's probably going to be the main event.
I don't really have any idea about any of the other events in this one, to be honest.
Also, Mean Gene Okerlund, he mainly does the ring not the ring announcing, the interviewing for years, but he's going to sing the national anthem, and he can't sing because the celebrity that was going to be there didn't turn up.
Oh.
So they just went, get out there, Gene, and just fuck around.
Don't do it, Mean Gene. Go and do it, Mean Gene. But I'm wondering why is that thing why is that thing that why has it got two microphones? The thing that comes down the.
That's just how they did it in the 80s. It was MSG specifically. The microphone would come down from the roof.
Yeah, but why has it got two microphones? You only need one.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm guessing it's just how MSG do it.
MSG are slags, Tom.
I mean, they are slags, let's be fair. They clearly are slags. I started watching at WrestleMania 4, but I did have it on VHS from WrestleMania 1 to... I bet he's thinking of I'm not thinking, because I know what he's talking about, because around WrestleMania 10, so in 1994, I remember they did release, it was basically like the first ever like collection of 10 WrestleManias in, like, you know, obviously it would have a fancy cover on that, and it was basically like, own the first WrestleMania on VHS sort of thing, and it was like, okay.
And we definitely know that Weers had that VHS in his collection next to one of his prized possessions, which was a VHS, very, very special limited edition. Kathy Barry does the home counties.
Absolutely, 100%. And I realise I'm saying that because it sounds like I wasn't listening. I was, but obviously Kathy Barry and Annie Herbert just
The match made in heaven.
Yeah, of course. My sister-in-law and family live in a place called Hedde. I'm not even going to bother trying to say that, but
Hedehusene.
15 miles away from Copenhagen, and my kids want to go for
Copenhagen is a lovely city, an awesome
WrestleMania interview.
Awesome city.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sam.
That's fine.
Good to see you, Tamak, from Miss Melina.
Who's this guy with a fucking Temu fucking Spider-Man mask on?
That is the Executioner, which is basically code for we just got a random guy in and put. I mean, he's not a random guy. He actually comes back in 9 years' time in a different character.
It's like a mix between a Spider-Man mask and some kind of sexual fucking gimp mask.
Yes.
Tito Santana versus the Executioner. Wow, two complete
Actually,
fucking
I've got the
randoms.
wrong guy. He doesn't return in 9 years' time. I was thinking of a different guy on this, but this is a guy in the mask. He's a wrestler that went by Playboy Buddy Rose, but basically, he was basically a shit Ric Flair ripoff.
Yeah,
and that's why he's in a mask.
And it's Tito Santana. He looks like He looks like a failed wrestler.
If I remember rightly, he's actually on the next 8 WrestleManias. Old Tito.
Oh, well, I suppose they've got to get his money's worth up out of him, I suppose.
Bonbon Land was good, but I suffered from vertigo, so the only ride I went on was the Rubber Dinghy Rapids twice. And say that when pissed. I think that's a reference to the location they travelled to, because I couldn't even say that if you paid me. I probably could, because I've done a lot worse for a lot less money. But smiling at Melina, understood. Hello, Rosie, how you doing? With fuck me, Claire Balding has aged.
I think that's a reference to me, I think.
I believe it is. And Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro. Hope you're well, gents. I'm not bad. I'm not bad at all. How are you, Sam?
Pretty good. Enjoying watching a guy in a gimp mask and a failed Mexican wrestler. But yeah, I mean, they're making a bit of a show of it anyway.
This is very much like the staple of the time, to be fair. Like, it's not really a lot slower than anything you generally see at the time. But obviously, not long after this, they hire a wrestler named Macho Man Randy Savage. And things pick up a bit. Based on the fact that he's everyone's favourite cocaine addict.
He kept the Medellin cartel going, he did.
He definitely did. I have the Kathy Barry collection as well, Sam. Sam messaged me to watch it, so I sent it in the post to have him first class. Cost me an arm and a fucking leg. Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro. And
said that twice, didn't he?
Yeah, but I believe it. I think there was a spelling error, was there? I mean, no, I think it was largely fine, to be fair. To be fair tonight. And just your average Thursday night then? Absolutely. It's absolutely fair to say. What is both your favourite WrestleManias? to be fair, and I think it's fair to say, Sam is what's the nicest way to say it? Inexperienced as watching wrestling.
Inexperienced is a good way of putting it. Yeah, I've not seen many WrestleManias, to be honest. I've only seen like some of the main events of some of them.
The first one said runner, second one said. I didn't even really notice that.
Runner and rubber, you have to make the distinction between those, or else you get into a lot of trouble if you don't get your runners and your rubbers right.
He's right, actually. He did say runner, didn't he? Best match at this Mania is Sheiky, but Sam knows Sheiky, baby, and obviously the Iron Sheik, and Nikolai Volkov versus Wyndham and Rotunda. I believe you're referring to the US Express, because of course it is. It's New York in 1985. Of course you're gonna be like USA, baby.
1985 New York. New York is at this time. New York is a complete shithole, crime-ridden, full of cocaine and crack cocaine. And all the yuppies have started, or Wall Street in its prime and all of that. You know, just a few years before the Wall Street movie and all that. Gordon Gekko, Greed is Good, and all of that. Yeah, New York in the 80s, baby. If you wanted to go there to get stabbed.
Tarak likes WrestleMania 10 as his favourite. It's very good, to be fair. To be fair, Sam, I actually did a watch-along of that on the previous iteration of the original for Nelson. Did WrestleMania 10. It's very good. My personal favourite is WrestleMania 17. I just think it's the best one. But
my favourites are basically anything with the Undertaker in, because the Undertaker was just by far and away my favourite.
No, I also like 17. Undertaker was quite good on 17 as well. What's relevant to say about this? My personal favourite is 18, but that's more because of my nostalgia, because it was the return of Hulk Hogan. Ironically.
Probably a good idea to wait for them to be 18 before the 7 up instead of 17, to be honest. Well, I got my crisp for this occasion. Mexican style, ruffled crisp with the Mexican
style Bundens.
Bundens, that's the mate.
Bundens.
That's farmers, really. It's farmers. It's called the farmers. And so the Mexican style is ruffled chips, and it's Mexican style, which is it's not very spicy. A little bit of a tang to it, but it's nice. It's got nice like tangy flavour to it. And I've got some creme fraiche here, creme fraiche to dip it in, which is great. Crisps dipped in creme fraiche is just awesome. And anyone who doesn't say the same, they deserve to be slapped.
Better to say for anyone that's keeping score, the actual first match of WrestleMania between Tito Santana and the Executioner ended in a submission win for Tito Santana. Imagine my shock. The guy that has an actual name and gets to show his face won.
Well, there's a guy with a nice.
Alfred Hayes.
There's a guy here with a fucking horrible syrup on his head.
They actually get him to do it. Is it like play up his English accent? He's actually English, to be fair.
Tom, if you had to place what would the odds? What odds would you give on that guy with the terrible syrup, the suit he's wearing, it being a rental?
That's quite high, I'd imagine.
Because his suit was definitely a rental. It looked fucking terrible.
Getting an interview from Special Delivery Jones, and that Special Delivery is losses because he serves them up heavily.
Well, this special would you call him Special Delivery Jones? He's very special because you can't even look in the camera.
And here comes King
Who
Kong
the
Bundy
fucking
and
hell
Tony
is
Hart.
this?
He's a giant baby. He looks like a condom.
This guy, what the flying fuck is this? I've got on my screen here.
I like how Special Delivery Jones walked off, and then out the other side comes King Kong Bundy, and it's like, you're about to fight each other. Start the timer. We actually get the first ever lie in WWF history is about to occur.
It looks like a fucking pastry ball with a wart on it.
We get amazing match between King Kong Bundy and Special Delivery Jones. It's really amazing. It's the 1985 edition of a TikTok.
This Jim Jones, whatever his name is, Special Delivery Jones. Special Delivery Jones, SD Jones from Philadelphia. So he was basically the guy that always just turned up to lose, right? Got paid to lose, basically.
To my understanding, yes. Daz Reynolds is in the house with Big Up Mr. Tom, who did Hogan face. I believe it was Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. They did a tag team match. This is the only time ever in WrestleMania where there's no WWF Championship match in the show. Ever. Because they managed to get Mr. T. And he wasn't paid by the minute, says Tarak.
Probably
it's over. My favourite part of the entire thing is there's no reason to tell this lie. He demolished him very quickly, and then they still might have the Howard Finkel get on the microphone and go, after 9 seconds, like this didn't last 9 seconds. There's no way this lasted 9 seconds. It's obviously about 27 seconds, which is still pretty fast. But they were like, we need him to fight Hogan. We need him to look even more of a killer.
I doubt Tarak would last 27 seconds. Put it that way.
Poor guy. Tarak catching strays out here. I do like how on net, I don't know if it's the same for you, but on if you have the subtitles on, they've actually gone to the trouble of basically subtitling the commentary.
Yeah.
I can actually read the nonsense that the commentators are saying.
Got that up too, yeah.
They're like, it's a record, Jesse.
23 seconds, I believe, Jesse. Holy mackerel, that one's going to stay in the record books for a long, long time. Right now, let's go back to our locker room area.
Now, let's go to... oh, look, it's Matt Bourne, the son of Tough Tony Bourne. Tarak says I definitely wouldn't. As in last.
This guy looks like he spent like the last 3 years on crack.
It's funny you say that he spent 3 years on crack, because when he returns in 9 years' time, he ends up leaving because of his cocaine addiction.
See? I can see these things.
Sam's immediately just spotting the crimes being committed in the future.
And it's got absolutely nothing to do with basically 98% of wrestlers in the 80s and 90s all being fucking cocaine addicts.
Absolutely nothing to do with it at all. Nothing to do with it. Speaking of holy steroids, it's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Or, in other words, a fucking Temu version of the guy who played Superman. What's his name? Kane or something? I can't remember his name now, the guy who played him.
Superman. I think who you're talking about. Yeah. Do you mean David Cott, the new Superman?
No, the Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
No. In the series, in the TV series.
Oh, Dean Cain.
Yes, Dean Cain, him, yeah. He looks a bit like him.
Yeah. To be fair, this one is not terrible. This shows that Ricky Steamboat is actually fairly good. Well, I say fairly good. He's one of the better ones in the early WrestleMania era.
I'm going to call him Timu Dean Kane.
Dean Kane. Also on commentary, I don't know if I mentioned it, but Jesse the Body Ventura from such films as The Running Man and Predator is on commentary.
In a bandana, looking like a complete fucking criminal.
Do enjoy me a bit of Jesse Ventura. He obviously always shamelessly defends the villains.
Because Jesse Ventura, was he finished with wrestling at this point?
I believe he was retired. Or at least semi-retired.
Yeah.
And you just reminded me of the main event of Mania 2. What a pile of poo. And definitely will be covering that at some point. But that was genuinely to build up who can be a threat to Hulk Hogan. Have King Kong Bundy win in about 10 seconds. Because obviously in those times, Sam, it was basically get the biggest fuckers you can find and then basically go, how can Hulk Hogan beat this guy? And then he does. Rinse
Make
and
it more of
repeat
a
for 10 years.
More of like a traditional type spectacle.
Yeah. They'd make sure to give Hogan his summer off so he can go and try and crack Hollywood.
Make Santa with muscles.
I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to Hollywood, brother.
What do they call him? Ricky the Steamboat.
No, he's. I don't know if they actually give him the dragon at this point, but
it says Ricky Steamboat, doesn't it?
They actually give him an actual kimono dragon to come out with at some point.
Well, I think he was introduced as Ricky Steamboat here, but I'll call him Ricky Shitboat.
Is this not in? He actually, I believe, he filmed Santa with Muscles in like 1995 or 96. So I don't even think he worked for him when he did that, which kind of makes sense. Because not even Vince McMahon would sanction doing that movie. I don't know why I gave Vince McMahon credit there. Vince sanctioned the chaperone. The chaperone. I don't know why I read it in the literal sense. The chaperone. So you never know. Starring Triple H, the star of WWE Unreal on Netflix. How do you know the star of it? Because it's basically designed to basically go, he's the brains behind all of this, you know?
Well, the crackhead is doing better at the moment than Shitboat.
The Shitboat. I didn't even really think ahead to be like, what sort of names is Sam going to give these people? Just let me be surprised.
I haven't seen. A lot of them I haven't seen, and then a lot of them I've just forgotten. I've just memory hold basically. But but it's cool. So it's like I love to see it all again because this is the era I think when it was like really, really fun. And then you got the Attitude Era later on, where it just all went a bit nuts.
Yeah, yeah. I have watched The Chaperone, though, Tarak, and I don't want to say it was good because it's not, but it was fine for what it was. It was because I never paid for it. I think it was on Sky or something like that. Steamboat, the walking steroid. It's gone to the top rope.
Walking steroid.
The Roidy Magoo of the week. Obviously, that will change significantly when they employ the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Steamboat is your winner.
Ricky the Shitboat.
My apologies, Sam. My apologies. I really need to get back into the groove of naming the wrestlers what you name them.
Tarak remembers. I think he remembers some of them.
The respect. They deserve the respect of being called what you call them.
Yeah.
Shitboat in the garden.
Flying off the top rope. That's a decent move, that.
The accountant. Blue Peter, man. I wonder if Kevin Owens is all right these days.
Oh yeah, he got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. He basically just fucked his neck up at the Royal Rumble, to my understanding.
Oh, here's the rental suit, Lord Alfred Hughes.
I like how they've just got him talking as the wrestlers are walking past him. It's like that Vince McMahon would have a conniption fit at this level of production. Now they're walking past fucking luscious Johnny B. I'm the son of tough Tony Board.
He stops and goes behind him because he knew he was going to be walking in front of camera.
So Vince would kill me. This knobhead who's talking that and his dad behind him, his dad, this is genuinely true, his dad was the WWF champion for 8 years.
Bloody hell.
Across 2 different reigns, of course, but still. He had, if you thought Roman Reigns had an iron grip on the belt, there's nothing on that motherfucker. Oh look, it's Brutus Beefcake before he becomes Brutus the Barber, and
Luscious Johnny.
He went and got that made, so he's definitely getting it on camera.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? I suppose. You go to all that trouble, spend all that money.
Yeah. Best part of this is they're only letting this guy wrestle because they want his dad there. Because they want to get all the money for his dad turning up.
Right.
Basically.
Luscious Johnny.
Don't give a flying fuck about his son at all.
Hell, he's useless, isn't he? I can tell just by looking at him. Brutus Beefcake.
And absolute. Eventually, he basically ends up he gets ensnared in the Hogan web, let's just say. He becomes what I personally would term a Hogan mate.
Mm.
Oh my god. I feel so sorry for his son. Jesse Ventura should probably be knighted for the job he's got to try and praise that man's son. He's got all the physicals, he's got all the attributes of his dad. No, he hasn't. Outright lying, sir. Brutus Beefcake has turned up dressed as a stripper. Mr. Anthony Herbert says, Mr. Tom, I felt sorry for Sam Greenwood when he was younger. He wasn't the sharpest tool in the box. What he thought was WrestleMania was actually called Wankermania. Well done, Sam. I'm not even touching that with a barge pole, young man.
Good old Weir's, eh? He must be high on the celery tonight.
To enjoy a bit of Weir's in the chat, of course. Jesus Christ, why is Luscious Johnny still in the ring? Fuck off.
Go away, Luscious Johnny. No one wants you there.
Even the referee's like, mate, just get out. I've had enough of your shit. Oh my God. No. I don't want to be sizist or anything, but the second he tries to walk up to Brutus Beefcake, it's like, mate, there's no amount of steroids you could do that would make me think you're capable of beating him. And I know he's atrocious as a wrestler, Brutus Beefcake, so I loved him as a kid. But I was a kid and I was a fucking idiot. I'll be watching next week's show. Lovely to see you slags back again. Take care, Mr. Tarak. Enjoy the rest of your holiday, of course. Thank you.
You too. Yeah, Tarak. Enjoy your holiday, mate. Good to have you in the chat.
I'll see you next week, of course. I know this happened like 40 years ago, but I'm tempted to phone Vince McMahon and go, Vince, fucking sort this lot out. I want them fired. I don't genuinely want any wrestler fired. But I will make a threat as a joke in 4 years' time or something like that. I missed what Sam said he was eating. So, Sam, what are you eating?
Mexican-style crisps. Lovely.
How many dildos would you rate them?
Oh, I would. I mean, they're nice. They're not fantastic. I'll give them a on the dildo scale. That's 26 dildos is the max. Probably something about 16. About 16 dildos, I think. That's about right. In other words, what Weir's takes on a Friday night.
Totally makes sense. I mean, I'm trying to like not picture it, but I can also understand 100%.
Yeah.
Brutus Beefcake has now got back into the ring. Jesus Christ. You know, when I sit there thinking it'd be a really good idea to go through a lot of the old shows, and then I'm sitting here and it never enters my mind that I'm going to have to sit through Brutus Beefcake versus David Sammartino.
Brutus Buttfuck. That's what I'm calling him now.
Brutus Buttfuck or Buttplug?
Buttfuck.
Lovely. 20 dildos out of 26 dildos. I'll rate them.
You can't rate them because you haven't tasted them, Weir's, you fucking spunk bubble.
Let him imagine that he is. I like how they are talking about it as if like they're actually fighting for their employment check kind of thing. Because there's actually no real reason to fight other than making money. They wouldn't do like that. Like now, it'd be like they're in a blood feud, and it's like you fucking shot his wife out of a cousin cannon.
Well, what's his name? The San Marino, whatever the fuck his name is.
San Marino.
San Marino,
San Martino, but fuck it, San Marino.
He had a good move there. That way he just turned Brutus Buttfuck's move against him.
Must have learned it from his dad. He's getting coaching from his dad now, as you would. To be fair, if your dad was the WWF champion for 8 years, you'd have him as your fucking coach, wouldn't you? But at the same time, I'm watching it and I can't not look at Luscious John.
Yeah.
He's in front of the camera. I don't know how to describe it, but like standing out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Especially with his fucking hair.
Fucking Goldilocks.
Looking back over the comments, I'm well, Rosie, thanks, says Anthony Herbert. And Rosie does respond with, sorry, ladies, listening and baking simultaneously. What are you baking, Rosie?
Was Rosie multitasking? Fucking hell.
I tried that once, didn't go well. I do think it is fair to, or not unfair to say that Rosie's probably forgotten more about cooking food than I even know. So I defer to her knowledge, of course, on that kind of shit. Pardon my language. Anthony's laughing at something. And do you actually manage 16 dildos on a Friday night weirs? And
I think he
cupcakes with berry jelly.
Oh, berry jelly, that sounds nice.
I like how they let us know we're listening to the voices of Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura. Just in case you happen to be watching WrestleMania and go, who am I listening to? Who am I listening to?
It's like, where else am I going to listen to a guy called fucking Gorilla Monsoon?
You know, they named the area where they all sit in backstage to basically go like time the show out and all that. They named it after him because that's the job he used to do.
All right.
I know he's the commentator, but generally when they were at a show and he's not on commentary, he would be sat behind the curtain, basically timing everything. Hence why they call it the gorilla position.
Oh, that's why they call it the gorilla position. Right, gotcha now, yeah.
Yeah, because it is actually a job that he invented himself and took it on, kind of thing.
You know who else has got the gorilla position? Weirs on a Friday night.
They are selling the best crisps I've ever crisps. I don't know why I said crisps like it's a gang.
Crips
I've
like
ever
you're in fucking
tasted.
South LA or something.
And we'll get into more about Andy Herbert on a Friday night with the Gorilla Monsoon. And 26 dildos out of 26 dildos. That's quite a strong score, isn't it?
That's maximum dildos right there.
I'll say it right now. It's a strong score. No, Rosie, but I did see you at the gym today. You did well. Oh my god. I'm fucking landmine. I'm not touching that. Proximity mine. They're still fucking wrestling. Fuck these two.
Oh, Brutus Buttfuck's got the upper hand now.
Apparently, they did try. I was reading up about this show, and they were saying like WWE doesn't consider this the first ever WWF pay-per-view, but it was actually aired on some pay-per-views in some markets, so it kind of is, but whatever. The whole show revolves around basically, can we get 20,000 people to come and watch Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes, they can. And they did. Stop fucking watching me, Weirds. I know it's you in the lion mascot costume.
Weird would totally fucking wear something like that at the gym, wouldn't
He totally would, actually. I do love some of the absolute abuse of the English language that Gorilla Monsoon will inflict on my ears, because I've just seen him say right in solar plexus, and I know that's a body part, but the fact that Gorilla Monsoon is saying it is pretentious as fuck.
Yeah. It's like, how do you know that? Well, they're going at it, aren't they? I mean, they're giving it a good contest here.
I don't get why this particular match is the one where Vince McMahon was like, yeah, you can go for 10 minutes. It's like, please don't. Sam Greenwood didn't come into it until WrestleMania 3. He was known as Adrian Adonis. Obviously, in about 4 weeks, you'll find out who Adrian Adonis is.
Oh, we've got Dad coming in the ring now. Dad's coming in.
I love how Brutus starts attacking old Dad, and then Dad's just like, mate, I've been champion here for like nearly a decade. Fuck off. I'm not gonna sell for your hits, sir. You're nothing. And he just throws him out the ring like he is nothing.
I mean, Dad just came in there and just bossed it, basically. I mean, even though he's like 60 years old.
Yeah. He made his son look. I bet he doesn't see it like this, but it's like, mate, you just made your son look genuinely inept at his job. Solar plexus is in tummy, I believe. He does usually go on to say such sayings as in the bread basket. And I believe he also means tummy in that one. But because I was an idiot when I was a child, I genuinely thought he was saying in the Brett basket, like it was a basket that had Bret Hart in it.
Brett basket.
Why would he mean that at all? I was a fucking moron. That was a great body slam from Luscious Johnny V, but as soon as he hasn't even put him down and the fucking Dad's running over. He's what's the best way of saying it? The body wasn't even cold yet. He was over there. I love how like the New York City police are there, like, yeah, just get them out the ring because they've had a real life fight.
Yeah. I love the way the Dad just came in there, like, you know, he's like an old army veteran who's like, you know, he's old, but he's old, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to handle himself.
He fucked him up. He fucked both of them.
He just came in there and bossed it all, didn't he?
Bread basket, isn't that when a woman's belly hangs over her lady parts? Because the comments are on screen, it looks like Sam has a badge with Wee Ear's face on it.
Oh, bit what badge? I don't know.
But also, Miss Melina is in the house. She's back in the house with Hi Rosie.
So, buttfuck lost that one. Disqualification.
Next week's show is one that I've never actually watched. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to it because I've never seen it.
Yes, that could be quite interesting. Why they stuck this guy right where the wrestlers are going out and they're walking in front of the camera?
The strange thing about this is that usually this would have been Vince McMahon.
I mean, at least they could have put him like not right exactly where they walk out.
And the guy they're doing an interview with now literally just walked past him as he was standing there talking. And it's like, why couldn't you show this and then show him walking to the ring?
Yeah, it's like the wrong way around, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've set it up the wrong way around, haven't they?
Also, his name is Greg the Hammer Valentine. And it's like, why are you called Valentine? You are not a good-looking man. And why have you then just turned around and then start talking to his opponent? It's really fucking weird. Like, does he walk off camera and then he doesn't exist? Hey, Miss Melina, hey, you feeling better, lovely? And Annie Herber with, yeah, I'm Sam Greenwood's hero, Rosie. Yeah, he talks about that often. Is it meant to say he talks about that celery often? Or
there's posters of Weir's face all over the place over here. Because saying, if you see this man, call the police.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, we're about to have our first title fight at WrestleMania on the champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Oh, they've not called in the Hammer yet, so I just call him Greg Valentine.
I'm glad the ring announcers been able to choose which one of the two microphones
he can use. Oh, he gets to alternate between the mics, does he? Oh, my apologies. My apologies. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, here comes the Junkyard Dog. I believe he was fairly popular at this time. Not Hogan level popular, but...
Well, he's got some lovely white spandex on.
And it's like, yeah, he's walking down with a big chain around his neck. It's like, yeah, 1985.
Well, he's called the Junkyard Dog, so I think he's alluding to that and not that he's a black man and could be a slave.
That is almost certainly correct. But still, he's alluding to the fact that he is a dog.
Yeah.
To be fair, he does do some spots where he is implied to actually be a dog. But he will actually crawl across the ring and headbutt people when they're on the floor. It sounds really stupid, but in context, people actually did really enjoy when he did it. There's a lot of things in wrestling that are really fucking stupid, obviously. But, may I ask, Derek, do you mean Derek the Penguin? I don't know why I said that. Like I don't know if she means Derek the Penguin. Because it's not Christmas. Derek is a Christmas penguin. So the Derek gang comes out in December, basically. Rosie looks like Jimmy Hart. It's so absurd. I just can't do anything but laugh at that.
Well, he is. He's just like, oh, he's just like, he's so lazy now. He's just like anyone he sees. Oh, Rosie looks like that person, basically.
Use as a button. Who the fuck is Jimmy Hart? He's ironically a Hogan mate, but to be fair, Jimmy Hart is actually considered to be a nice guy. Like, there's no allegations against him, which is a rare thing in the wrestling industry.
And he's got a mullet and a moustache, so we know Rosie would definitely have the hots for him.
Yeah. To be fair, the words mullet and a moustache for a wrestler in the 80s is, you could be talking about 80% of them. My favourite part of the mullets in wrestling is that when 1990s hits, it hasn't actually stopped being 1985 because they still all have mullets in 1992.
Mullets are such a thing in the 80s. Such a thing.
I fucking love mullets. Alert, alert. Hogan has told his first truth. He said Anthony is full of pish. I filled in the gaps. I figured I thought it, that's what you meant. But yeah, I'm sure we ears won't mind me saying, yeah, it's probably a true thing that he did say that. Despite being dead for about 2-3 weeks at this point. But definitely said it. Definitely said it. No problem. No problem at all. I will eventually start roasting Greg the Hammer Valentine because of how they start talking about him. They start talking about him like he's the world's greatest fighter, and it's like he's not. He's not. And they're like, it takes him 15 minutes to get warmed up. It's like, I wish it didn't. Rosie will be back soon. Obviously, welcome, of course. And Mr. Herbert says that Rangers are pish. We know that, Rosie. The words of Mr. Andy Herbert, of course. I wouldn't be that stupid.
Well,
in fairness, because my team are owned by the people that own Rangers, I kind of feel like I shouldn't really be saying anything against them because I don't know how to word it. Like, I don't know if on Football Manager this year we're going to be linked to Rangers, for example, through the ownership. Like, I don't know how that's going to be perceived. Because I've heard that Rangers are going to be looking at Joe Gelhardt from Leeds, not to make this about football, but and obviously they've got Joe Rothwell. I've just Googled Jimmy Hart. It's like looking in a mirror. Not a problem, Rosie. Tell Victoria Pleasant that, you duck. And I know she corrected it with Dick, but it just sounded a lot funnier that she called him a duck. Greg Valentine is basically got Junkyard Dog in the corner and he's working him over. And I knew that as soon as I started saying that, Junkyard Dog would start fighting back.
Grabbing him by his Goldilocks.
For context, the belt that they're fighting for in 2025 is currently held by Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Dirty Dominic.
Yeah. I know Rosie said she'll be back in a bit, so I'll say it anyway. Jimmy Hart was actually a real singer in the 60s for a band called the Gentrys. He actually can sing.
Who?
Jimmy Hart was in a band called the
Oh,
Gentrys.
yeah. I think I remember that. I mean, reading about it.
I mean, I don't know anything really about them other than Jimmy Hart was the singer. But yeah, he goes on to sing like Shawn Michaels' wrestling theme, for example, and you're a fairly important part of the early part of the WWE, basically until Hogan leaves, basically, because in real life he's obviously Hulk Hogan's like assistant. Never on camera though, until it was on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg the Gas Tank has been disqualified, I believe. Oh no, he's not been disqualified, and they're counting him out. But basically, because of the rules of wrestling, Greg Valentine's basically realising I can now just leave and not lose the belt. Because he's a prick. Correct, Mr. Tom. He was in the band. That's true. Thank you for the confirmation, Mr. Herbert. Oh no, Greg Valentine's getting upset and he's basically going back. He's threatening to go back in the ring. And Tio Santana's out in there for some reason in his street clothes. Tio, what are you doing there? Fuck off. Why does Tio keep kicking the rope? Like, why are you trying to get involved, sir? And that kind of low-key getting one of my favourite tropes in wrestling. Because two good guys hate someone else, they are automatically mates. And they high-five each other. It's like, that wouldn't happen in 2025. You'd both be wanting to fight Greg Valentine. For the benefit of anyone listening in, Greg the Hammer Valentine is still the Intercontinental Champion and a bit of a fat prick.
And we go back to Lord Alfred Hayes in his rental suit, standing in the way of all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Holding a WrestleMania brochure or program or something.
Oh my
God,
this cheeky baby. Oh my God, I just low-key got excited at this for the first time because it's the Iron Sheik, baby. If you can guess what the Iron Sheik's gimmick is, I'll give you £1 million. I don't have it to give you.
Gimmick?
What is their gimmick? Him and his Russian mate. Like, what are they going to go out and do?
I don't know what you mean.
It's basically, they're going to go out and basically be like, America sucks.
Yeah, of course, yeah. This is like the Cold War still going on at this
Yes.
point. So
Yes.
Russia, America hates Russia.
Yeah.
Who's this guy with fucking? What's he got? Tapeworms coming off his face or something? What's he got?
Oh, it's Captain Lou Albano, I believe, who his basically his gimmick is where basically if any team becomes tag team champions, he's basically like, yeah, I've managed every team that becomes the champions. I manage them. It's like, yeah, just makes you a bit of a lech, mate.
What's that thing he had stuck to his face?
I believe he has rubber bands stuck to his face because he's a fat prick.
Jesus.
Oh, it's my boy, Classy Freddie Blassie. Obviously, my boy being a loose term. I believe they are going to attempt to sing the Iranian national anthem, if I'm not mistaken. I believe they're going to do the Soviet anthem as well. Because that's going to go down well in 1985.
Why not?
The politics of wrestling, that's quite funny or strange. They had a guy called Bob Backlund who was the WWF champion for about 6 years. But when they hired Hulk Hogan and they wanted to put the belt on Hulk Hogan, they didn't want to have Hulk Hogan wrestle the Backlund guy. So they had Iron Sheik beat him. And then a month later, they had Hulk Hogan beat him. So basically, Iron Sheik managed to get about 40 years worth of money out of the animosity he had towards Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, love to have a villain. It's good to have a villain.
I think they are actually throwing shit in.
Yeah, they're throwing loads of rubbish into the ring.
It was a different type.
What's Anthony saying? I used to have my hair like the honky tonk man.
Like UFC. And Herbert with Sam used to have his hair like the honky tonk man. I got my hair gelled back and my long sideburns slicked back. I'm a honky tonk man. The worst part is I know that's the lyrics to the theme song of Honky Tonk Man.
Right.
He'll be popping up on this before long as well.
Well,
he's fucking awful.
Better than we is his own song, the fucking Stinky Wank Man.
Stinky Wank Man. The lad in the white jacket, the one called Mike Rotunda, is actually the dad of a wrestler named Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. One died 2 years ago, but it's strange seeing like, oh, your children are now in this kind of shit.
Yeah.
And low-key, your children are dying because of this kind of shit. That's not necessarily true. I couldn't legally back that up in any way, but still.
The Iron Sheik is a good gimmick, though, isn't he?
That's fantastic. He could actually leave this company, then go to just any other wrestling company, and they'd put him on TV because he's the Iron Sheik. Like there's stats. Jesse Ventura is going, the Iron Sheik is a former WWF champion. It's like, he was the champion for like 3 weeks and then lost it. But it doesn't matter because I still get to say it. I do love the Iron Sheik shoes.
Oh yeah.
Where they curl up at the bottom, it's like, yeah, you're definitely
Surely
not
don't
an
they get in the
American
way?
Jesse Ventura, you get dead Super Bowls, dead World Series, but you're not seeing a dead WrestleMania. It's like, that's awfully audacious of you to say halfway through the show, when you've already made me watch David Sammartino.
San Marino.
And Greg the Gas Tank. Oh, and King Kong Bundy, of course. So let's have a look through when I'm talking about actually. It's more a curiosity, like how long will it been until we see Mike Rotundo again in a more recognisable gimmick? Where is it? He turns up again in 1991. He goes on to become the taxman, IRS.
IRS. Everyone must have hated him then.
It's basically Vince McMahon taking out his vendetta against the government, basically going, I hate the government. I'm going to have a tax man. Vince once created a character purely based around the television council that were basically protesting him. Mr. Herbert asked, is it just WrestleMania? No, it's not the case. It's not true. This could be basically all the pay-per-view events that are currently available on Netflix at the moment. For example, he was tag team with the $1 Million Man. That's true, Mr. Herbert. That is true. Well remembered. I will say it is mildly amusing that the next year on from this, they're like, we've got to do this WrestleMania again. And Vince McMahon's like, yeah, but how can we do it bigger and better? And he's like, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to 3 locations. It's like, no, that's a terrible idea. That is objectively, in 40 years, I tell you, it's a bad idea.
But how does he wrestle those shoes? That must be so annoying.
If I had those shoes, I'd just kick everyone. Just try and stab them.
Just stab them with your fucking shoes.
Why isn't he going around kicking the other team? I find it absurd.
Oh, I got. Who's the blondie?
The blonde guy is actually Stan quite likes him. Ironically, his name's Barry Windham, but he went on to play a character very briefly called the Stalker.
Right.
Because he played it for about a month, and then he was like, "Yeah, I don't actually want to do this Stalker gimmick." See you later, Vince.
What's that thing behind him? Some kind of what is that thing? That thing floating in the background there. Like there, and there. Oh, someone's walking around with candy floss. Looks like it's some kind of weird prop just being floated around. It's someone walking around with candy floss, selling candy floss.
It was the 80s.
Mm.
Wouldn't happen now, of course. If it did, it'd be you'd need to mortgage a house.
Yeah. I love how the Iron Sheik's just randomly got his leg up on the rope like he's stretching or something.
Oh, he did go for a kick. Oh, two managers are threatening to go at it for some reason.
Yeah, you want a guy with two rubber bands fucking plastered to his face. That's someone you want to have a fight with.
I'd actually lean towards the old man with the cane in this situation. When Iron Sheik is like trying to get out of the ring, he's so fast. But it's like, that's because you're actually trying to work really hard to get out of the ring. Within about 4 or 5 years in WWF, the tag team division was one of the best things they had.
Yeah.
That's when like you get like Bret Hart is like on his way up kind of thing.
Mm.
Oh, the Iron Sheik is cheating. Imagine my shock.
Oh, we got the guy with the rubber bands on his face has come in the ring now.
I believe it's over. Yeah. The evil foreign villains have won.
That's it. Get everyone riled up, annoyed, angry.
Yes, it's going to be a very common occurrence where I'm going to sit here at some point and go, the evil foreign villains have won. I like how their manager is as American as apple pie, stood there basically going, yeah, I fooled you. It's like, but why? like within the fakeness of wrestling, what are you trying to achieve by helping them win? Apart from money, obviously, but still. Why you hit him with the old man's cane? He sold it like he killed him, to be fair. If
Good bit of cheating.
If I was Barry Windham lying there, I'd be like, please don't lie with your tit in my face. Especially with that fucking bulldozer.
Oh, good villain. Someone threw something at him.
Making good time on this. I do believe we've crossed the halfway point. So, yeah.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
I love Mean Gene. Very, very like big like image from my childhood. Him just standing there going, what the hell are you doing? There's a wrestler called Sid who just randomly one time just screamed at him, shut up, you little fat bald oaf. I don't know, it just stuck with me because he was like, I couldn't believe they said that to me, but still. Oh, the Iron Sheik is happy. And he's going to buy himself a wax for his moustache so he can twirl it. That was the first title change at WrestleMania because obviously Greg the Gas Tank fucking ran off like a prick. Got We as Anthony Herbert said, Sam, you've got the moustache like Scotty too hotty, but can you do the worm live on the show? I'm pretty confident in saying that will not happen.
I'm pretty confident too that I'm not going to be doing any worm. We're talking about worms, Weir's. How's your worms going?
Oh my god! I heard. Oh god! Oh, a net advert for Netflix for a minute. Anyway, it did say they're going to Lord Alfred Hayes. So when this comes back, I'm presuming you've also gone to an advert, but I don't know if you have.
I've got no advert here.
Oh, so you have gone to Lord Alfred Hayes.
I do. I have.
You lucky bastard! I know you're loving a bit of Lord Alfred.
Him and his
and
syrup
his
and his
cheap
rental
suit.
suit. Fucking cheap suit and his syrup. Standing in the way of all the wrestlers.
I bet Vince McMahon took one look at that and was like, oh, I'm not having him stood in the aisle ever again. Justin, of course. We're back with, well, obviously for me, it's Lord Alfred.
I'm well ahead of you now. I'll just wait until you see Mean Gene talking to these two guys.
Oh, the big lad.
Stud and whatever it is. I forget what the other guy's called.
No problem. I'll let you know when I've got to Mean Gene. Apparently, if Andre the Giant loses this challenge, he has to retire from wrestling. Back with Mean Gene.
Yeah, and
it's my boy. It's Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's one of my favourite villains. It's fantastic stuff. You're gonna have a wow of a time mocking this motherfucker.
for 15,000 and a haircut is where I am at.
Yeah. In
So
a few short moments, on this 15,000, you're gonna see me in the ring. You're gonna see the last of Andre. Keep your hands to yourself. Because Mean Gene, I believe, was trying to reach in to see if the money was real. He was reaching into it. They fucking patted his hand down like his hand was caught in a cookie jar.
Yeah.
It's still going on about how the NBA finals are shit.
Yeah.
Bobby in his WrestleMania jacket. That is not a cheap jacket.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It saddens me that man's dead. I believe he had throat cancer.
Oof.
Which is ironic because the thing he's most known for is the gift of the gab. And then he got throat cancer. He's genuinely pegged to be a highlight of this.
I love how they just filled that bag with some old wrinkly fucking horrible dollars, like $10 bills, whatever, like $50 bills or.
There's a human being that actually, in 1985, in his house, has basically got this big board and wrote Andre the Giant plus 15,000 on it. Took it to WrestleMania. Although it does kind of ratchet up in these sign stakes, because you do eventually, like in '97, get someone writing things like "Goldust is gay." It's like, and then they turn it over, and it's like "Gay Dust." But I don't have worms, Sam. But we've got a question from We Years, of course, who said, "Question, Sam. If you was wrestling against Adrian Adonis and he gave you the human centipede in the middle of the ring, would you say Adrian?" I like how he said the last name. In a sentence, you'd say Adrian, surely. But anyway, we'll go with what he wrote. "Adonis, you have a huge package on you." I love it.
First of all, I want to thank Anthony Weers Herbert for another very intellectual question. The standard of questioning here is very high, as always, from Weers. And I would say no. I wouldn't know. I would say no. Don't do that. Don't do that, Adrian. You slag. I would say.
Don't do it.
I don't want the human centipede. I don't want it.
You slag.
You slag.
Also, will say, someone's wrote a sign saying "Stud the Dud."
Stud the Dud.
I'm probably now just going to call him Stud the Dud without even thinking twice. But apparently, to my understanding, the rules of this is basically you have to body slam the other person for it to end.
Oh.
But Andre the Giant's just going to be, "I'm just going to chop the shit out of you." John Studd's like, "Yeah, fuck that." They don't really have managers anymore. Very rare.
Yeah.
I believe Vince's theory was, why can't I just why pay two people to do the same thing? Now talking about Andre's feet size for some reason. Well, not some reason, because he's fucking massive, but
yeah, they're fucking huge.
now he's just bullying him in the corner, and they've got a camera right up Bobby Heenan for some reason.
Looking right up his nose.
If it was a women's division, it'd basically that camera would be going right up something else.
It would be. It would be.
Going right up her tunnel. It's not PG.
Not PG.
Andre doing the thing you go to wrestling school to learn, the ramming your arsehole into them in the corner.
The please try and butt fuck me, but I'm not letting you two move.
Yeah. John started trying to slam him, and it's like, you have no chance, sir.
You just tickled his nuts instead.
I imagine there were people in 1985 who were like, these two are massive bastards, and I just want to see them fight. Whereas I'm the opposite. I'm like, these two are massive bastards. Can this end in a minute? Whereas, like, I suppose the modern day equivalent would be like Gunther versus Brock Lesnar or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, my low-key favourite is when Brock Lesnar wrestled Omos. I fucking love Omos. He's the worst. He's the worst, Sam. He's the worst. Which, as you know, if anyone knows anything about me, if you're terrible in wrestling, I'm almost certainly going to make you one of my favourites.
Omos, yeah, he's always losing. I remember before.
Yeah. I think Brock Lesnar beat Omos in about 3 minutes.
Sounds about right. So, how's the African Murder King getting along?
He's doing just fine. He's still basically swatting away all challengers.
They're not bringing him into the big show yet.
Not yet. I believe I'm gonna guess it'll be like he'll probably lose his belt around next year's WrestleMania, and they'll probably like move him up.
Right.
He's very good, African Murder King. To be fair to him, like I'm quite. I know you're quite fond of him. As soon as I laid eyes on him, I was like, "This is the guy."
He is a big lad, and very athletic as well.
One of the most shocking things ever was when I realised he's actually faking his accent.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not. He's a real actor. Yeah.
That's not how he talks, really.
Yeah.
He's putting it on. I was like, that's very good. Don't get me wrong, it's low key racist as fuck, but I'm all for it because he's very committing to the act. But it's like, mate, do you really want to spend the next 10 years of your life doing the Nigerian accent?
I suppose it's a bit better for his like gimmick and character than just like talking like a regular guy.
That's true. I mean that you're almost certainly actually right there. To be fair to you, on standards of questions, my standards of questions are quite high, Sam.
I disagree, though. I disagree. I do believe I do believe a well-trained slug can ask more intelligent questions than you is.
Pardon my language, but just keep it fucking coming because the depths of your mind are interesting / terrifying in equal measure, and we'll just go on a case by case basis. Fantastic.
That's it. Andre the Giant won there quite easily.
Andre won. They've handed Andre the bag of money, which is now his apparently. They're going to do a thing that it doesn't happen very often in wrestling, but he's like, I'm just give the money to the crowd. It's like, mate, if you've seen what WrestleMania tickets cost in 1985, I don't think they really give a shit that you're giving them like $10 back. But I think a front row seat for WrestleMania 41 would be like thousands.
Yeah, that's the one I talked about it, didn't I? When we did it, it was some ridiculous amount of money, wasn't it?
Yeah. But then they'll have Andre the Giant throwing like $100 at it. It's like, yeah, keep it and the rest, mate.
Yeah, I'll take all that 15,000, and that won't even cover a fucking half of the ticket.
Backstage, why I can't prove this, but what I suspect really happened is Vince McMahon was like, yeah, Andre, throw the money out to the crowd. But then when he started doing it, he's like, someone get Bobby Heenan out there right now to basically get me that bag of money back.
I want to keep my money.
As soon as Andre basically managed to like throw a handful of the notes, it's like, get Bobby to get me that bag now. Damn it. Andre the Giant doesn't have to retire, but he probably wishes he did. What you've just seen is peak Andre the Giant in terms of like its physical condition, because it's only downhill from here.
Yeah, I've seen him in later stuff. He looks terrible.
I liked when Hogan slammed him, spoiler, but then Hogan was then like, just like a week after I slammed him, he died, and it was like, Terry, it was like 7 years after you slammed him.
Hulk Hogan
literally did not kill him.
Hulk Hogan was like one of those fucking compulsive liars, wasn't he? Just can't tell the truth.
As we said on your show, which I believe was the emergency stream. Lovely old emergency stream. Despite my jokes about the naming of it. I love it. I love it in all seriousness. But as we were saying, the key component of why his line is amazing is because there's nothing to be gained out of doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's just
what
nonsense.
the actual real stories that man could tell would actually be more interesting than the things he's lying about in the first place.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, he's getting a kiss, Alfred. Getting a couple of kisses.
Oh,
Got
look,
some
it's the
lipstick on him.
fabulous Moolah. Don't Google her. Allegations. 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 She was a pimp, basically.
Mm.
She basically, to my understanding, I'm really doing the victims a disservice by telling it like this, but she basically she held the women's division in all of wrestling hostage. Basically, if you wanted to get booked, you'd basically have to fuck the promoters and shit like that.
I mean, imagine all the shit that went on in wrestling. Jesus Christ, all the different fucking nutcases and mentalists. Oh, it's Cyndi Lauper anyway, so yeah, she's
Cyndi Lauper actually loved doing this, to be fair to her.
But it was, yeah.
She,
oh, here we go.
She proper takes it seriously. Murder, not murder. She probably should have been though. I love what a douche that woman looks like, knowing she is actually a douche. This is literally just the epitome of like Sam just fucking go nuts with jokes and just what they both look like.
Yeah, oh, yeah. She's always wearing dollar glasses. I mean, fucking hell. Looks like she basically looks like she's taking a disco ball and fucking taking it apart and just throwing it on her clothes.
Yeah.
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, that's not a nice trip to Google. I'll tell you that for free.
She's like one of the Golden Girls gone wrong.
That's ironic you say that, because this one ends up in a tag team called the Glamour Girls, and they dyed her hair what's called blonde and all that, but still not terrible, but still.
Here comes Cyndi, and who's this other bird with Cyndi?
That is, I believe her name is Wendy Richter, because obviously Cyndi Lauper ain't wrestling.
No.
But they will use her star power to promote it.
Yeah.
And obviously, she was a genuine star. Like the modern day equivalent, I suppose, would be like having Katy Perry come out with someone, with Rhea Ripley, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Cyndi Lauper was huge in the 80s.
You know the guy with the rubber band on his face?
Yeah.
She met him. She was basically sat next to him on a flight, to which she basically got talking to him about the wrestling. She was like, "Do you want to be in my music video?" And he played her dad in Girls Want to Have Fun.
All right, that's what I thought. I might have recognised him. Yeah.
He's the one that's basically like doing the old like, "Oh, you motherfucker" kind of thing, while all the women basically telling him to go fuck himself. But yeah. So that led to like her being in WrestleMania. Like, it's really important that she is in this at the time.
Yeah, it helps promote it, doesn't it? Obviously, yeah.
But like for her, like she actually takes it seriously. Like she's actually behaving like she is a wrestling manager.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, I can't help but look at this, just think like, is there a way for someone to like just run in the ring and basically kick Fabulous Moolah in the face?
You deserve it.
She really would deserve it. Like a lot of people would be safe from her. I'll make it sound like Game of Thrones shit, but still. It's kind of nice, like when you see people on screen and basically sit there and go, "Oh, you know, if you Google them, basically you don't find out that they're an absolute rotter," which is very rare in this era.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on back then, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. But as I used to say every week when we were doing the show more often, wrestling is the garbage business. So when people then come in the chat or whatever and go like, "Oh, I don't like Hulk Hogan because he's racist," like him being a bit racist is actually the least of wrestling's problems at that time.
Yeah, you're right.
Not that I'm obviously downplaying the racism, because I obviously don't really agree with that, but I'm sure you get what I'm getting at. Like, basically, like, if you hate Hulk Hogan because he said something racist, you can't like Steve Austin because he hit his wife or something like that. You have to be prepared to basically go down lots of rabbit holes. You've got another question. Question, Sam. If you was wrestling Rikishi and he was giving you the stink face, would you A, give it a sniff, B, hold your breath, or C, say, right, you've got 2 minutes?
Once again, a very intellectual question here, using most of his brain on this one. Give it, I suppose, give it a nice sniff, I suppose. Why not? Give it a nice sniff. No idea what I'm talking about, by the way.
Rikishi was a wrestler, basically used to wrestle in a thong, and he had a move called the stink face when he'd get him in the corner and then he'd he'd rub his ass in their face. That's essentially what he'd do. And then he then started a child, and that child was named Jey Uso. And Jimmy, of course. But yeah, he's the father of main event Jey Uso. That's a common thing in this. It's basically people will turn up and I go, "Oh, that's the dad of so and so."
Yeah, because I suppose a lot of them did go on in their father's footsteps.
Yeah, like there's nepotism everywhere within wrestling. Everywhere, full of it.
It's
and
like
hello to the fabulous Moolah. Sorry, sir.
I was just saying that's like showbiz in general, isn't it? Loads of nepotism, isn't it? Showbiz in general.
They've got the Bobby Heenan camera out again. They've got it right on the fabulous Moolah. And it's like,
yes,
you're probably going to regret that in hindsight.
Probably. But yeah, I'd probably give it a nice little sniff. Oh, it smells like weirs in the morning, that. Oh, it smells like weirs. Oh, fucking scrumpy Jack.
I love this shit. I imagine Vince McMahon took one look at this match. He was like, "Are you like women's wrestling? Say goodbye to it for another 10 years. It's not totally gone, but you can tell he doesn't really have any respect for it.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a lot different now because Triple H has quite shrewdly gone, you know what, if I actually load my show with mainly women.
Well, they're far more entertaining now, aren't they? And a lot of them look great and all of that, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whereas Vince McMahon's probably watching NXT and basically going, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, NXT, I mean, is like it's like nearly genuine soft porn.
Like, I'll give her a due. Cyndi Lauper is properly like treating this as like it's the most important thing in the world.
She looks like she's she looks like she definitely knows how girls just want to have fun.
Yeah. I do believe they eventually put her in their Hall of Fame because of this. It's fair enough. Because Vince McMahon did seriously financially bet the house of the company on this event.
Yeah. Oh, here's the old golden girl gone wrong.
Cyndi Lauper's up there like a whippet.
Mm.
I like how Cyndi Lauper give what's the name, Moolah, like she give her a clip round the ear, but then Moolah's basically like, I'm not acting like you hurt me. She basically went, fuck off, and then walked around the corner like it was nothing. Because she's a prick. Well, that was a good move.
I saw that. I get random like wrestling clips, old like classic wrestling clips pop up on my time, like my feed on.
Sorry about that.
On Twitter. And no, it's not from you. I'm talking about like.
No, I mean it's because I sent you something, which then ultimately led your algorithm to basically be like giving more of it.
I mean, I did start looking into some of those different like profiles and that were showing like the old clips, because I thought many of the old clips were so good. Anyway, so there's this one I saw a little while ago. Fucking Ric Flair got a heart attack in the middle of a show.
That sounds like something they would have booked. Yes.
Did you see that one?
I think it happened in the WCW, if I remember rightly.
He's like, I think he's just wrestled or something, and it's like after he's won, and he's giving it all. He's completely going off on one, like completely like going red, and then he starts holding like his left arm like. And then they think like, and he's still going on while he's holding his left arm. You can see he's in pain a bit, but he's still going on, in character. And then he's finished like with his rant, and he just like turns around and basically starts laying down and lays down in the corner basically, and he's laying there in fucking pain. And everyone's like, and you can see everyone's like, "What's going on here? What's going on here?" And then they had to come in and I'm not sure if it was all a bit or whatever, but they came in, they stretched him out.
I think they did fake the heart attack, but it's ironic because it probably will end up being a real heart attack.
Yeah.
Eventually. Well, Wendy Richter has won, and basically ended up. Oh, Fabulous Moolah holding her hands up as if she has won. It's like you haven't, but obviously you do. You.
Cyndi Lauper giving it all, or giving it all.
Yeah.
Taunting them. That's great. Yeah, Cyndi Lauper's well into this, isn't she?
She's basically like telling you, she's basically doing like that motion as if either that Moolah's an alcoholic or a cocksucker. It's one of two, to be fair. I could be wrong, but they've obviously not paid for it. But I think in the actual event, they are playing Girls Want to Have Fun over the tannoy. For the actual live show. Obviously, Vince McMahon now is like, I'm not paid for that shit.
I think Weir's got another very intelligent question for me here.
Yep, question. Sam, do you still have wet dreams over Jenny Ate the Block?
I don't, Weirs. I definitely don't. But I believe you've got a blow up doll of Jenny Ate the Block, extra large blow up doll that you use every Friday night before the 16 dildos.
They're going to go back into the locker room, and I'm pretty sure it's going to end up interviewing Cyndi Lauper, even though they're not in the locker room at this point because editing. But anyway, I do believe Wendy Richter wanted a pay rise, if I remember correctly. So Vince McMahon went, yeah, sure. Why don't you wrestle Spider Lady tonight? And it turned out to be the Fabulous Moolah dressed in a Spider Lady outfit. And he didn't tell her that he had basically told her to basically, no matter what happens, you are going to pin her. She thinks she's going to win, but you're going to pin her. Do not let her kick out. And that's what happened. He fired her. Or she quit, or whatever. Basically, fucked her out of the belt, basically.
Cyndi Lauper.
And she obviously took it very seriously. But
tons of lipstick on her teeth, Cyndi Lauper.
Lauper's having the fucking time of her life. But yeah, this is like your greatest moment ever, and it's only downhill in your life from after this. But again, the fabulous Moolah, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time for the main event. I believe in the promotion of this, the night before, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T were the hosts of Saturday Night Live, if I remember.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Which is obviously quite a big deal. Or it's
Yes,
quite a nice little gig to get.
That is a very, very big gig to get.
Especially in the 80s when people actually watched it.
Yep.
Oh, we get our parade of celebrities for the main event. They're like, oh, we've got Liberace's going to be here. Or whatever, but still.
Yeah, Liberace's there, isn't he? We're dragging him out soon. Famous ring announcer, this guy.
Yeah.
Billy Martin.
It's almost as if I'm scared to Google him because he's definitely going to be dead. That sounded really evil of me. But
scared to Google him because he's going to be dead. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's in his 50s there in 1985. He's going to be dead.
You know what? Do you know how long he's got left to live at this point? He dies on December 25th, 1989.
So he's only got 4 years left then?
Yeah, he doesn't even make it to WrestleMania 6.
No.
But, the way they run the shit. Oh, here he comes.
This guy was fucking larger than life, wasn't he? Jesus Christ. The fucking glitz and glamour on this guy.
Wonder if Michael Douglas saw this and was like, yep, that's going to get me my Oscar nomination. Was that when Hulk Hogan cracked? I know you're referring to Richard Belzer, who is actually an actor and TV host, but you know him more now from Law and Order SVU. I think he's in one of them. But basically, he hosted the chat show, and he did the thing where basically you have Mr. T and Hulk Hogan on, and he sits there going, "Is it real? Is it basically trying to make Hulk Hogan look like a phony?" So Hulk Hogan put him in the headlock and nearly killed him, and he sued him because obviously he put him in the headlock. But when he let go of the headlock because he was choking him, Richard Belzer literally just fell face first onto the floor and cracked his head open. Sort of thing, and he sued him, like, to pay him off and all this shit.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, I mean, it was really good publicity, obviously, because it obviously, is wrestling fake? And the one thing they tell you to not really do is basically beat up the host, but they'll never actually really punish you for beating up the host if you did it, because you're protecting the business, as I say. Which is ironic because we've now got a Netflix show just fucking outwardly going, this is definitely fake. Oh, he's doing his thing with the Rockets. There you go. We've got an actual, genuine star about to come out. Oh, look, it's
Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay. He's got early Parkinson's at this point, has he? I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
Billy Martin died of.
I can see he's still all right at this point. I can see. Yeah. But after being punched in the head about 1 million times, he's still not completely there, is he?
He died in a car accident. He was killed in a low-speed, single-vehicle accident on Christmas Day. His vehicle ran into a drainage culvert I don't want to go blah 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 because someone died, but ultimately died in a car accident on Christmas Day.
Who are we talking about now?
Billy Martin.
We're still going on about that old fuck.
Yeah.
We've got Muhammad Ali in the ring here, and you talk about fucking Billy Martin.
So I wondered if he was alive or not. And then when you're sitting there talking about him having Parkinson's, I was sitting there thinking, when did he get Parkinson's? But I realised I'm still on Billy Martin. I was like, what killed Billy Martin?
Oh, got the bagpipes coming out. So this is Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Fucking worse. Yeah. Here comes Roddy Piper. For 1985, this is quite an elaborate entrance, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
They've pretty much got the entirety of Scotland basically walking down to the ring with their band or whatever. I don't know what they're called really.
Basically, it's basically all the Scottish Americans they could find, basically.
Yeah.
He was a pretty big deal, wasn't he, Rowdy Roddy Piper?
He was a big deal, yeah. He was so good at being a villain that basically Hollywood kept calling, and he fucking went and did it.
Yeah.
Obviously, did They Live, and something comes to Frogtown. I can't remember what it is. Annie Herbert know what I'm trying to allude to. But
Well, he's good in that They Live or whatever it is, that film. He was good in that as well.
Oh, he's great in They Live. The fight with Keith David goes on fucking forever.
Yeah, that Keith David's awesome. And then, you know that famous line about "and I'm all out of bubble gum" thing.
Yeah,
that was he made that up. That wasn't even in the script. He made that up. He improvised. I mean, not improvised, but he made it up like before they did the scene. And
John Carpenter went, "Yeah, I'll film that if you say it."
And he's like, he basically, they wanted him to say something at that time, and they didn't really have it in the script. And it's like, it makes sense to say something, and he just made that up, and it became fucking legendary. I mean, that's pretty good going, to be honest. To be fair to him,
it ended up in the video game Duke Nukem, if I remember rightly, because I had Duke Nukem say it. But obviously, it's Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Also, I believe they've not really mentioned it properly, but their manager or their second or whatever is Cowboy Bob Orton. So I bet it doesn't take a rocket scientist to guess who he's the father of. Oh, hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy. But I was just saying, was Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3 before this or after this?
No, it's before this.
It was before this, right?
They actually fired Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan wanted to go and do the movie, but Vince's dad did not want him to do the movie. So he just went and did the movie, and basically they had no job to come back to. So a different wrestling company hired him, made a big star out of him, but then Vince McMahon saw that and was like, "Come on home, Terry."
Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan knew how to. I mean, he knew how to fucking manipulate everyone, didn't he? And, like, get the best out of everything.
He's basically the greatest politicker ever in wrestling. He's other wrestlers, loads of wrestlers hate him, but it's mainly because he's better at it than they are. The politicking part of it.
Who's that Timu Crocodile Dundee next to fucking in the ring on the side of Roddy Piper?
I believe you are referring. It's either their tag team partner, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, or Bob Orton somewhere there. If he's got a fake cast on his arm, because Bob Orton basically had a broken arm for about 10 years.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He's dressed like fucking Crocodile Dundee.
Bob Orton standing again. My son Randy's going to get a real kick out of this. I have no idea. I don't even know if he's born yet at this point, but still.
Liberace's looking for the right cocaine.
Go to a wrestling event in the hope of finding cocaine, and if you can't, there must be something wrong. Especially in the mid-80s, because there should be cocaine all over Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
What's his name? Also on the outside on Hogan's team is Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and that is definitely not a Wikipedia trip for the faint-hearted. Because Jimmy Snuka already has a homicide to his name at this point.
You know.
He killed his girlfriend, but Vince McMahon basically said to the cops, he told basically Jimmy Snuka maintained character and wouldn't speak English, even though he could, to maintain the fact that he's a foreign savage, basically, as in his character.
Jesus.
I sound really racist because it was. And he's only recently deemed like he wasn't fit to stand trial, basically, because he don't want to use the word Alzheimer's because I'm not sure if he actually had that, but they deemed that he wasn't fit to stand trial, but they had enough to find him guilty like 30 years after the fact. But Vince basically turned up. I remember. I say I remember it. I weren't there when this happened, obviously, because it ain't on camera. Vince turned up and basically said to the coppers, if you think I'm going to be hurt by the fact that it turns out that one of my employees is a nasty individual, you are sadly mistaken. He's kind of right, because they're all fucking scumbags.
Well, did he get away with it then, killing his wife?
He did get away with it, essentially.
Yeah.
But when he got, like, 30 years later, they reopened the case because their new evidence came to light. And I bet that new evidence was basically Vince didn't want to protect him anymore. Well, I suspect it was, but I don't know enough to say that. But I suspect that every week I'm going to say a lot of stuff based on their legal issues that probably I shouldn't be saying. But who gives a shit? Because they're not fucking watching it anyway.
Well, they're all dead, most of them, anyway.
That's true. Oh, Mr. Piper and Mr. T genuinely don't like each other.
Well,
Roddy Piper doesn't like the fact that he's expected to basically let Mr. T beat him up. So he actually does the complete opposite of basically any opportunity I get, I'm basically going to put Mr. T on the floor, making him look like an idiot.
I mean, if Mr. T wanted to slap him properly, I mean, he'd feel it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's true, but at the same time, you're underestimating the capacity for Roddy Piper to hit him back.
Yeah. Did they get Mike Tyson involved at some point?
Oh, Mike Tyson appears in WrestleMania 14. He's basically doing what Muhammad Ali does at this point.
Yeah.
They tried to get him in 1989 or 1990. If I remember rightly, the month before they had Tyson due on the show, he lost to James Buster Douglas. So then they basically gave the money to Buster Douglas instead.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. That was a huge upset, that was. I remember that. That fucking shocked the world, that did. Oh, they're having a nice little go at each other here, all four of them.
I was about to say people wouldn't stand for this now, like building up this whole show and then just ending it on a tag team match, but they fucking would, ironically. Mr. Herbert says, well, it's safe to say I main evented the chat tonight. What do you guys think? I think you're putting a solid questions performance, Mr. Herbert.
You definitely put in some very intellectual, difficult questions there. Weird.
all I can do is look at Bob Orton and sit there and think Randy obviously got his looks from his mother. Piper's leaving. Hulk Hogan's like, if you want to leave, brother, then just leave. Mad Ali's like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, the special guest referees, Pat Patterson, who obviously more allegations if you type his name into Google. I believe if you type his name and Ring Boy scandal. I'm so sorry. I'm just overloading with basically this is all the criminal history of the company.
But everyone's a fucking criminal.
Pat Patterson got fired in 1991 and then almost certainly got brought back in 1992. Of course he did. Because he was Vince's like right-hand man. This is, what I'm about to say, genuinely true, and I don't really want to glorify him, but Pat Patterson, the referee, he actually invented the Royal Rumble.
Oh, wow.
The Royal Rumble exists because he thought, why don't we start the Battle Royal, but with 2 people in the ring, and then just add more people in?
Yeah.
And then every year he would come in and they'd basically go to him, right, Pat, book the Royal Rumble, put it together. So he would. Even when he retired, they'd still bring him in to do it because they just went, let Pat have it. It's either that or we can let him have access to the Ring Boys again.
Keep him away from the Ring Boys.
Yeah. Incredible.
Hulk Hogan is, I mean, he's a big guy, very athletic, isn't he? And this
especially
time,
at this time.
Yeah, this time when he's still quite young and everything. I mean, yeah, relatively young.
He's probably about 30 here, and it looks like he's 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's genuinely a like. Eventually, when people actually like they build up their characters, and then you get like Bret Hart or Randy Savage and things like that. Like there is an ensemble to this, but especially at this point, people are here to see Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Yep. He's a spectacle.
And like out of curiosity, I just to see what Mr. T's like as a wrestler. But again, it's the fact that he's alongside Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you say, celebrity wrestling. I mean, there's all. I mean, the stuff they get up to. I mean, when we get along. I mean, that one we got that one with what's his fucking face, who ends up winning. Celebrity actor.
Oh, Logan Paul?
Nah, before that, well before
that. David Arquette.
Yeah, that's it. David Arquette fucking wins it, doesn't he? I mean, like the Royal Rumble or something, isn't it?
To his credit, he knew it was a terrible idea. But he was like, you really shouldn't do this. I will do it if you really want me to, if you tell me to do it. But I'm telling you now, you are like doing a thing that will harm your business.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, WCW didn't exist like 8 months later.
Yeah.
Because WWE bought it. Or WWF bought it. But I'm actually surprised that Hulk Hogan didn't like politic his way into like beating David Arquette.
Yeah.
He goes, hey brother, I've got an idea.
Hey brother. Hey brother.
I I imagine someone turn around and go, I think David Arquette should beat you. And you go, that doesn't work for me, bro. Or stroking his Fu Manchu. The important thing also is that Jesse Ventura really hates Hulk Hogan. Like, not even just as part of the show, he actually hates Hulk Hogan.
I mean, he did loads. Hulk Hogan did loads of shit that the wrestlers didn't like. I mean, not only fucking stop them from getting a union and all of that.
Well, Jesse Ventura, this is genuinely true, apparently. I sat like I was there, but a lot of people say it's true, so I'm taking it as it's true. Jesse Ventura tried to start a wrestlers' union.
Yeah, exactly. That's the story. Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan basically immediately grasped it all up to Vince McMahon, who put a stop to it.
Yeah.
It's basically like, well, you can have your union, but then half of you will get fired, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So obviously Jesse Ventura blamed Hulk Hogan for that. When really Hulk Hogan should have sided with the wrestlers, of course.
Yeah. No, he's
he didn't.
He's a bit of a snake like that, isn't he? I mean, a lot of people react to that.
Question from Mr. Herbert. Question: what was your favourite match in WrestleMania 1? Arguably, it's probably this one because it's the most.
Yeah, I mean, this one is obviously because you got all the big names. Well, a couple of big names and all the Mr. T and all that, and yeah, I mean, this one is obviously there's a lot more happening, and yeah, and I mean, this is I think the main event is the best one.
Mr. Roddy Piper is actually kicking Mr. T in the head. I really shouldn't glorify that, but it did make me laugh.
Pity the fool. Pity the fool. I'm trying to remember the line.
Paul Orndorff is basically like, I'm going to put you on the floor, sir. You are not getting up.
I remember that line from They Live. I think it's, I'm here to kick ass and chew gum. And I'm all out of gum. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
And
I'm here to kick ass and chew, and I'm all out of bubble gum. I mean, brilliant coming up with that, isn't it?
Delivery is the best part of it.
Yeah.
Anyone can say that, but he said, because it's the way that he stood there, and without being homosexual about it, the way he stood there in his like his flannel or whatever, and basically he's got the gun and stuff, and it's like I genuinely believe if anyone approached him, he'd just kill him.
Yeah.
He's daring people to actually fuck with him.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good main event. I mean, there's loads of good entertaining moves and loads going on, and there's 3 or 4 of them at a time. Yeah, it's good stuff.
WrestleMania was based on trial and error. Vince said that in his documentary. Well, the actual ring announcer, who was not the main event one, but the main one, Howard Finkel, named WrestleMania because Vince McMahon wanted to call this specific event. He wanted to call it the Colossal Tussle. But Howard Finkel went, "Why don't you just call it WrestleMania?" So Vince went, "I'll do it."
Sounds a lot better than fucking Tug Job.
Oh, Jimmy Snooker's in there. Murder. Jimmy Snooker's back
in
the ring.
Crocodile Dundee on the top rope.
Oh no, he's going to try and cheat and attack Hogan. Oh no, Mr. T intercepts. Boy, Ian with the cast.
Got him. Hulk Hogan wins, of course.
In a thing you're going to hear a lot over this, Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. Hogan wins.
He's the main man. He's the show.
Hogan wins again. And even if he doesn't, they do have a very specific rule at the time. Hogan must pose.
Oh. Rowdy Piper just smacked the referee. He's not happy.
Piper is a fucker, isn't he? Was he punishing Pat Patterson for future crimes?
Yeah, he's like, I'm preempting you, bitch.
I'll see what he did with the ring boys. But yes. Oh, Orndorff is basically selling the fact that he got hit by someone's cast and he's been left on his own by Roddy Piper, who, if I remember rightly, goes on to blame him for losing, even though it wasn't his fault. I like how Mr. T tried to shake his hands. Hogan's like, no, we don't do that, brother. Jimmy Snooker's in there, and basically I'm thinking, where are the police? So we know if Sam was the CEO of his wrestling show, it would be called Tug Job.
Yeah.
There's a wrestler called Tugboat, and I know he's going to call him Tug Job. I know he's going to call him Tug Job.
It's going to be Tug Job eventually.
For sure. Yeah. Tug Job goes on to become the Shockmaster.
Fucking hell.
It's going to shock the world.
That's embarrassing.
It was the best. As I said to you the other day, Sam, wrestling is the best when it's the best, but it's also the best when it's the worst.
Yeah.
The worst thing it can be is just boring in the middle. But Hogan's basically posing with his titties again.
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan doing all his poses. Yep. Iconic.
Hogan must pose.
Iconic, all his poses. Yep. Mr. T's giving him a hug. Snooker's giving him a hug. Everyone's happy. Patterson's going for the ring boy.
Fucking hell.
Yes. Muhammad Ali, I can see it on him. He hasn't got Parkinson's, but he's not far from starting it. Because the guy looks like he looks like he's drunk. Obviously, his brain's mush, but he's just like he's drunk.
Totally understand what you're getting at. He's got a demeanor of he knows he's there, but he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
How they would have done if they booked that match, if that happened in 2025, Muhammad Ali would have counted the pin.
Yeah,
else he wouldn't have because he's dead. But
I know what you mean. If it happened,
in the similar type thing, Patterson doing the pin purely, in my opinion, was basically to give Piper the excuse to knock him out.
Yeah,
or whatever. But that was actually quite well done with Mr. T, intercepting the attack. But
it was.
But don't try to attack Hulk Hogan behind the referee's back, because Hogan's going to foil your plans, let's just say. And so, obviously, I know the show's about to end, the WrestleMania show. So we'll just do a quick wrap-up, obviously. But join us again next week, where basically we'll be watching the... let me get what it's called. Excuse me. It's the Wrestling Classic from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. It's not Chicago, is it? It's Illinois.
Well, why didn't they have a WrestleMania then?
No, in the year later, this was in November of 1985, but in April of 1986 they have WrestleMania 2. So that'd be in 2 weeks' time.
But remember, what's the thing we're watching next week? How does that come into it?
They're basically based off of the success of WrestleMania. Vince McMahon had the idea of why don't we do more events that are not WrestleMania, which, to be fair, he does go on to do. But basically, it was far too early.
It was just basically like a spin-off, just to to basically get something from the success of the WrestleMania 1, basically follow it up with something.
Yeah. I've never seen it, so it's just going to be as interesting for me.
That'd be good, yeah. That'd be good. You'll get the first impression of it as well.
Mr. Herbert says, "Good show, lads. Well done to Sam answering his question honestly." That's why we call him Honest Sam.
Honest Sam, yes, absolutely. That's what they call me. And thank you, Weers, for that and for those incredibly intelligent and intellectual questions.
And the only thing I do know that happens on the Wrestling Classic is we do get finally, I say finally, but we'll get Hulk Hogan versus Roddy Piper 1-on-1.
Ooh, that'll be good.
I know that happens, but I've never seen it.
That'll be real good.
Is the Rock's dad in backstage trying to get on camera?
Yep.
Oh no, it's Mr. T's entourage. Sorry, it's unintentionally racist of me.
Oh look, there's Jesse Ventura all in all pink.
And Gorilla Monsoon being Gorilla Monsoony. Gorilla Monsoon actually wrestled Muhammad Ali.
Fucking hell.
It's a real thing that happened in like 1976 or something like that.
I think Jesse Ventura raided a Barbie doll or something and put her clothes on.
Jesse Ventura is absolutely obsessed with basically, like, obviously it's the fact he was in Predator and things like that is impressive, to be fair to him. But they eventually will have it like segments of WrestleMania where like they have the camera on him and like he poses for the crowd and stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? You're a commentator. What are you doing, Jesse? Sit down, you prick.
Well, that's it. It's all over now.
Credits. Actually got credits.
It's all over. Well, I must say that was very entertaining. Very, very. I love all the old characters and stuff that completely forgotten. Well, a couple of them I'd never. I must admit, I've like most of them I've seen before. I just don't remember them. You know what I mean? I just don't remember them at all. But there were a few there I hadn't seen before that were new to me, and I just love this. This is the era, when it was becoming big, and all these characters, a lot of these characters are going to carry on. And I think the first WrestleMania I saw like I remember bits of it because it was such a big thing. Everyone was watching. I was in America. I was living in America at the time. I lived in America for a few years when I was a kid. And that was I believe it was 1990 when I was about 10 years old. And I think it was that one in 1990 because I just remember it was a huge thing. And all my mates then were like, "Oh, we've got to watch WrestleMania. So we went around one of my mates' house and we all watched it together. And I don't really remember much of it, but I just remember we watched it, And I think that's like the first one was in 1990. And then after that, I got into wrestling a little bit, but I wasn't really into wrestling like more properly until like about 92. 92, I was quite interested because me and all my mates are into it, like with The Undertaker and all that lot and everything. And we were getting all the stickers. Remember the old sticker, the wrestling stickers, collecting all the different stickers and that. And I just remember there's some of those crazy wrestlers. Like I remember one that always made me laugh, like the character made me laugh was Doink the Clown. There's just one. I just Doink the Clown. Yeah.
Well, Matt Bourne, who the son of Tough Tony Bourne, actually goes on to become Doink the Clown.
All right.
9 years after that.
Yeah.
He turns up as Doink the Clown.
It's good stuff.
And eventually, obviously, he becomes a big cocaine fiend. But still.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Sure, that's nothing to one timely death. But yes.
What a surprise.
One more question, Sam. Did you give Mae Young her granny pants back?
I did. I did get. I know that they were from you. They had your autograph on them. Mae Young said she liked your session with her. She said you were very gentle, but you could have been a bit more. You could have been a bit more rough going at certain times. Giving her a bit of slapping on the arse. Now that's what she wanted. She told me anyway. But she said she was quite happy with your performance. But you Granny Mae. I think that might be one you went in on before Kathy Barry. I think.
So that's a very in-depth answer. I like to feel that covers it.
Does, yeah.
I suppose, Sam, will you be happy to return next week for more of this shit?
Absolutely. It's going to be a great journey. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a lot of fun watching these. All the characters, all the wrestlers. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be good stuff. Looking forward to it. It's been good.
I personally, I was thinking about it. I was like, how can I come back to doing YouTubing, but in a way which doesn't revolve with ending me basically back in hospital? Why don't we just watch some older stuff?
Yeah, exactly. It's all there. The archive is so nicely organized now on Netflix, so available. It's all there, and it's just what it's easy. Just stick it on, do a watch along. You don't have to do loads of preparation, loads of work. You don't have to stay up all night to do everything. It's great. It's really easy, nice and easy.
100%. Obviously, so basically by next week we'll be doing Wrestling Classic. The week after WrestleMania 2. And then I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, then the week after that will be WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
Arguably the biggest WrestleMania of the 80s.
Yeah.
Because allegedly they packed 93,000 people in there.
I think I remember seeing clips of that being a big one. Yeah, WrestleMania 3.
They lied about it because they probably actually got a paid attendance of 78,000, but then just said, fuck it, it's 93. But anyway, that's for another time. I do genuinely appreciate your time.
Been good fun.
Personally, I find because without sounding arrogant, I could just sit here and watch these old wrestling, and like I kind of know what I'm watching. I've made the same jokes up in my head about it since I was like 10. Because I was like, I want to hear your opinions on it because a lot of it you're seeing for the first time.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. No, it's good fun, really good fun.
That's the real beauty of it.
Yeah.
Regardless of what anyone thinks. But yeah, so in all seriousness, Sam, I do appreciate your time doing this going forwards.
Been good fun.
Thank you to Annie Herbert in the chat for basically being the king of questions. And Rosie for being Rosie. Miss Melina, Tarak, Nighty. I believe that was it today. But still appreciate because it's nice.
Been good fun.
Appreciate it. We've not sat to literally nobody, so that's appreciated. And I'm going to say, have a good night, everyone. Is there anything you want to say or promote, Sam? Are you doing a show tomorrow?
I might be. I've got to see how I feel tomorrow because at the end of the work week, I'm normally a bit knackered. But if I feel up to it, I'll probably do an emergency stream because there's always an emergency. So might do an emergency slags in the dark, an emergency slag stream tomorrow night, which normally happens about the same time, about 10 p.m. UK time, normally about that time, I suppose. But
that's actually quite handy.
I'll let everyone know tomorrow anyway, basically, and then we'll take it from there. Find some kind of emergency maybe to cover, and might do that. Awesome. Yeah, thanks again for having me. It's been good fun.
I've genuinely enjoyed this. In my mind, it's a great idea, but I wasn't sure if it would actually translate to something that works when actually doing it. But I'm incredibly happy with how this went personally. Not that I want to do the afters during the show, whatever, but just say I was quite happy with how it went. Thank you for supporting it, Sam, and obviously Herbert and people from chat. Have a good night, everyone. Hulk Hogan wins.
Hulk Hogan wins.